morning, great morning, wonderful morning, spectacular morning, outstanding morning, magnificent morning. Oh, yes, indeed, it is that way. Why? Because I choose to make it so, the same way that you get to choose to make whatever moment you're going in your life, whatever you want it to be. Remember, you always have a choice. And with that choice, you can lead yourself onto a frequency, which then will determine what you're attracted to, what's attracted to you, what you're repelled by, and what's repelled by you. Notice how it starts in the mind. And within the mind, when you use your mind, you can change your whole life. Again, really grab onto that beautiful truth. Everything starts in the mind. When you look at all the physical things that are in the world that are in right now, it started in someone's mind in the form of an image. So, in other words, those things are outcomes, the results. Well, it's the same way when it comes to your income, your lifestyle, what you're going through. Again, grab onto that. Those are effects. Write this in your notes again. Cause and effect. Write this in your notes too. Like causes lead to like effects. You want to change the effects? Deal with the cause. Change the cause, you change the effect. It's very simple. So simple that most people overlook it. They go, wow, it can't be just what it is. Well, I get news for you, it is. Remember, the results in your life are there. How much you earn, what you do for work, your lifestyle is there. It's there because of how you've been thinking. If you change how you're thinking, that will change. And what's beautiful from there is you can make it as big, bold, and beautiful as you want to. There is no limit to what you can imagine. The only limitations you have are the ones that you've agreed to. See, again, it comes into the picture, the image. So use your imagination. Imagine great things for yourself. And then from there, hold that image, whatever you envision for yourself. And from there, again, it'll start taking shape in your outer world. That's what we've been studying here in these beautiful calls. We've been diving heavily into the master key system. And by the way, if you don't have a copy of this beautiful gem, make sure that you do get a copy of it and add that to your library. If you want to read along word for word, page for page with what we're going through, then get this exact copy. And then from there, underline, highlight, use it, apply it in your life. Remember, application, that's where it's at. See, all this stuff that I'm sharing with you, yeah, you can have the knowledge, but if you don't use it, it's not going to make a change in your life. So use it, apply it, use it as if your life depends on it. You know why? Because it freaking does. Now, also make sure that you have your gold card with you. Wave your gold card around. Got it? All right, here we go. Now, my reminder for you about this gold card, if you are going to make a gold card, this applies to that as well. Always remember that you don't manifest what you write down on the card. What you manifest is how you feel about it. Feeling. How you feel about this is what's going to determine whether or not it shows up as a result in your life. So connect with it, become one with it, give it life, and then it in turn will give you life. Why? Because you've given it life. All right. So before we go into the call, we have another reminder for you of the beautiful call that's coming up on Saturday of Emergence, and we invite you to join us. Go to elevitality.com to register, and then also invite others to join us as well. It's going to be a wonderful, beautiful call that ties into helping you to understand you and how your marvelous, miraculous, incredible, powerful mind works, and that from there will help you to emerge and deliver the changes that you seek. All right, so let's go into this, shall we? Let's dive into where we are in this wonderful masterpiece, the Master Key System, shall we? Ah, there it is. So what page are we on? We're on page 362, and here we're going to go over section 6. And I want you to notice what he says here. Everything in the universe is what it is by virtue of its rate of vibration. Mm. Change the rate of vibration and you change the nature, quality, and form. Underline that. Change the rate of vibration, change the frequency, and you change the nature, quality, and form. Now, in this particular section, he's talking about health. With that being said, this applies to everything. So again, change the rate of vibration and you change the nature, quality, and form. The vast panorama of nature, both visible and invisible, is constantly changing by simply changing the rate of vibration. And as thought is a vibration, we can also exercise this power. Remember, you can think what you please. If to think is to form, you can form what you please. We can change the vibration and thus produce any condition we desire to manifest in our bodies. Now, here again, he's talking about health. You want to be healthy? It starts in the mind. You've got to think healthy thoughts. It's that whole statement from here. I love this book, Secret of the Ages, in Primal Cause. He points out how the secret of all power, all success, all riches is in first thinking powerful thoughts, successful thoughts, thoughts of wealth and supply. We must build it in our own mind first. Well, it's the same thing with health. You've got to build health in your own mind first. You want to manifest that in your body, in here inside, be emotionally involved with thoughts of health, not sickness. We are using this power every minute. You're using this power every minute. The trouble is most of us are using it unconsciously, thus producing undesirable results. We're running on the pattern that leads us to the vibratory state rather than creating the new pattern or intentionally thinking things that lead us to a frequency, which then will then change the outcomes of our life. The problem is to use it intelligently and produce only desirable results. Use it intentionally. This should not be difficult because we all have sufficient experience to know what produces pleasant vibration in the body. And we also know the causes which produce unpleasant, disagreeable sensations. Now, notice how he says this should not be difficult. But again, why is it? Because of paradigms. Now, I want you to notice what he says next here. Now, before we go into this, though, for those of you who are watching this live stream, if you want to continue and watch the rest of this call and watch the recordings, go to elevitality.com and register for Master Your Mind. From there, you'll be able to have access to that. You'll thank yourself later.